Monday style. What y'all know? What y'all know about Monday the 13th? Huh? What y'all know? Get my struggle bees straight. Y'all ready? Know. What y'all know about Monday the 13th? What y'all know? Get my struggle bees straight. All right, there we go. What y'all know? Y'all ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. So I know y'all ready. Y'all always ready. Let's go. Yeah. Our Monday. Boom boom boom. Shit. Boom boom. So we gonna get into this thing. Power Monday, all up in your area. Daily Go Getimism show today. Look, we got something we got to talk about tonight. Tonight we have something that we have to talk about. Tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, Power Monday, all up in your area. We are talking about harboring resentment after a passing. Harboring resentment after a passing. It's not. You know, after a funeral, after a death in the family, after a loved one has passed, it's already a lot. There's so much to deal with. Funeral arrangements, dealing with the loss, maybe loved ones that they have left behind. It's really, really hard when not only are you sad for the person who has passed, but the people that they have left behind. Maybe they have children, sometimes small children that you know are going to have to grow up without their parents and all that kind of stuff. So it can really hit you in the heart. And at the same time, that the person that might have passed you may not have been on speaking terms with them. You may have been estranged from them. You may not have been good with them. And so when you got news of their passing, it may not have been because they were sick or something like that. It may have hit you like a ton of bricks because it came out of nowhere, and now you got to deal with that. So you're still mad at what they did, because what they did is what they did, and the fact that they passed does not erase what they had done while they were alive. But now they're gone, and you're dealing with the fact that you miss them, and you might have missed them while they were still alive, but don't worry, good. And now you don't even have a chance to patch up whatever y'all had going on or whatever differences that y'all had. So y'all, we, me, us, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yeah. All right, let's get into this. Let's get into it and get involved. These puzzle pieces right now, we gonna solve, y'all. We gonna solve, y'all. We'll solve it if we can. It's not always a situation where we can solve it, and that's the most devastating and hurting thing about a death. You can't fix it. You can't put it back. You can't respawn like you do in Call of Duty or GTA or any other video game. When it's over, it's over. And you are amongst the living, so you have to deal with whatever fallout comes after a person is passed. Now, the thing that you may have to deal with more than anything else is your own emotions, your own feelings, the way that you felt about the person who passed, and how you're going to carry yourself into the future, because you still have to worry about your health. They don't have to worry about their health anymore. You know, in some ways, you know how the ancestors, you know how the old heads, you know how the elders always talking about how the people who have passed on are free. They are free of pain. They are free of hurt. They are free of jealousy. They are free of depression. They are free of bills. They are free of worries. Well, we look at them like they're free. All we know is what we know while we are amongst the living. That's me. That's you. That's all of us. So let's get into it. What up? T. Carey Wright, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Gabe Owners says, you know, one of my bucket list items is the French. Oh, my fucking God. See, somebody like that, if they pass, I won't feel bad. Now, should I feel bad about not feeling bad that somebody like that passes away? No. Since he made the dumb decision to say that stupid shit, I can make the decision to not miss him when he's gone. And I'm going to stick with that decision. Power Monday, y'all. The Daily Go Getimism show. Let's rock. Yeah. Harboring resentment after a passing. Harboring resentment, or should I say grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Have you ever done it? Have you ever felt that way? You know, some of the people who have to deal with this, some of the people who really have to deal with this are people who have grown up without their dads. You know how many people I know that grew up without their father in their lives? Their fathers weren't there. Maybe he was in and out. Maybe he was there sometimes. Maybe he wasn't there sometimes. You know how on social media you hear about the holiday picture fathers. The holiday picture fathers. They come around and want to take pictures of their kids and upload them on social media, making it look like they are loving and attentive dads. You know what I mean? It ain't cool. Now, you know, of course, they may be buying presents for Christmas or birthdays or some other type of holiday, trying to make everything look good for people who don't know them or give a shit about them. But in real time, you may be estranged from your kids, or your kids may be estranged from you. So what happens when your dad never really came around? He was never really in your life. He wasn't there for those monumental moments in your life. And maybe you were pissed off about it, but you chose to live your life not being angry all the time about something that you couldn't control. And, you know, making sure that your parents are always there for you and taking care of you and raising you and and showing you the way how to live in this world is not something that you can control. They're supposed to control that for you, but it doesn't always happen that way. So what happens? What happens when the dad that created you doesn't come around? Here you are. Maybe you made it to your teenage years, later teenage years. Maybe you made it to full-fledged adulthood, and you was trying to get it back together with your dad. But, you know, it might have been a real challenge for y'all to get it back popping, because maybe you had questions about how come he wasn't there growing up. And maybe he was the type that always tried to avoid those types of questions. Maybe he was the type that always tried to avoid accountability. He tried to duck responsibility. So instead of y'all talking it out and getting it together and resolving the problem of how come he wasn't there when you growing up, because there was pain there, maybe he was the type that started an argument, or would be like, well, since you want to be like that, since you want to be disrespectful, or since you want to act like I ain't never do nothing for you, I'm gonna be out of here. You know, some men handle it like that. And I don't mean to get on the men like that, but you know, in the black community, there are way too many black children growing up without fathers. There's way too many, and many of us try to sweep it under the rug or blame it on the mother or the legal system or child support or whatever. Bottom line is, man, you're not there for your babies, and you're not fighting for that. Okay, so if you're the type of man that can't face his responsibilities, and he can't deal with somebody questioning him about what he's done, and he knows he hasn't done the right thing. All right, so what happens when he gets sick? Nah, forget about getting sick. You know, we're gonna take a different route. We're gonna take a different route. Maybe you didn't hate your dad, but you definitely weren't in love with him, but you loved him because he was your dad. So when he passed suddenly, maybe he got sick and you didn't know about it. Nobody told you, or by the time you found out, he was already in his later stages of his illness, and he didn't have much time. Does that take away all of the years of anger and resentment that you had towards him, to the point where maybe you couldn't cry for him? Maybe you wanted to, but you just couldn't. You couldn't push the tears out. You really, really wanted to. Like, I know I'm supposed to cry for my dad, or anybody that I loved or had feelings for. I know I'm supposed to feel something, but maybe I can't. Or maybe you're overcome with grief and anger at the same time. It's like a strong cocktail of emotions. You might be grieving, resentful, angry, still questioning, like, how did this happen? You know, you might be, I guess this would be resentful too. You ever wonder how come you have to be in the situations that you're in? Why'd I have to be the person that grew up without my father? Why'd I have to be the type of person who grew up poor, having to struggle and rats and roaches in the crib, no heat in the crib? You know, nobody can come over the crib because the crib is so nasty and all of that shit. And on top of that, my mom is strict as shit. Why I have to go through all of that? Why? How come? Man, what about a situation where your mom has multiple children by multiple fathers? And some of the kids, some of your brothers and sisters or whatever, maybe they have fathers that come around, or they can go visit they dad's family, or they dad, like they can go spend the weekend over their dad house, or they can go over their paternal grandparents' house. They can go over their mom house. They can go over nana house. They can go over granny house. They can go over. You know what I'm talking about, mom. You know. Meanwhile, you ain't got that. You stuck here with your mom. And although you may love your mom and all of that, she might not, maybe the stress that was on her for, dealing with the kids and the finances and the house and the home and all of that kind of shit. So she might not have been able to, she may have done the best that she could, but it would have been a real big help if your dad would have jumped in and helped out a little bit, but he wasn't there. Maybe he was too busy taking care of somebody else's kids. He chilling with his stepkids. They love him to death. You at the funeral, and stepkids is like, he was my dad, Mr. Frank. Oh no, Mr. Frank. And you're like, Mr. Frank. Oh God, no. Oh my God, he was they in the obituary and all of that shit. You looking at the obituary like, yo. Grieving and harboring resentment at the same goddamn time, baby. That's what we talking about. It's the Daily Go Getimism Show, y'all. It's the daily Go Getimism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is going to be all right. We talking about grieving and harboring resentment at the same time tonight. Hit the like button, y'all. That's all I need y'all to do. All I need y'all to do is one little favor. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I know it sounds like three things, but it's three things that equal up to one thing. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Do one of the three. Do all three. Do at least 2 out of the 3. Make sure that you pass the test. All right. Let me see. We got Single Blackjack Dealer. What's good? How you doing, Ma? And also Mikey Man, my people's Mikey Man. What's good? What's good? Thanks for coming on through, man. I know you can't stay, but it's good to see you. Art of Mine 559. My people's. What's good? What's good? Cheryl Halsey. Always coming through. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And 7. All right, so let me see. What y'all talking about? Single Blackjack Dealer says, it's been 4 years, and now I'm just thankful of the good times. I have released the anger and betrayal and resentment towards him. Ooh. I feel you. You know? Shit is real. Shit is really real. But yeah, so this is a serious situation, and there probably comes a time when all of us have to deal with this. Now, I don't know about other races or other cultures, other ethnic backgrounds or whatever. But most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time in the Black community, we are taught not to talk down to the dead. We are taught not to bring up all of the bad things that a person who has passed on has done, because they're not here to defend themselves, and they done went to glory. They done went to be judged by God anyway. That's what we have to deal with. That's what we have to do. Now, all Black people don't follow these types of doctrine or these rules. I've realized that, but a lot of us do. That's why when even people that we don't know, we talk down to people who talk down to people who have passed on. So if you say something bad about Tupac, like, yo, man, I don't know. To me, he was kind of fruity. You know what I mean? Like if you watch that video he made when he was in high school, he seemed a little, and then maybe that was why he was so loyal to his homies. I don't know. Or if you say, well, he got himself killed. I mean, that's what he did. People they gonna come at you. Like, no, that ain't right. He was an icon. You know what I'm saying? The impact that he had on pop culture, and he was a genius. You can't talk about like that to Pac and Biggie. You talking like that about Pac and Biggie. They was so number 1 and number 2 as far as the greatest rappers. We have this thing where we're not expected or supposed to or encouraged to talk about the truth of how people lived when they were alive. But we praise them in death, even though. So, grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. We got to talk about it. What up, y'all? BGE 541 says, who is the savior of man? Man, when you find out, let me know. I mean, we get clues. Sometimes we feel like we know. But I'd be lying if I told you that I was sure, to the point where if I died right now, I would be 100% confident and going. So I got questions. I need a little bit more time. Art of Mind says we and Yahshua. Okay. I ain't mad at it. But yeah. So, you know, when you're dealing with the death of a loved one, man, I got scenarios for days. Okay, let's deal with this one. Because and we're gonna revisit the one about the dad. We're gonna revisit that one because we can't get out of that. We can't get out of that. Not if you're a black person, you cannot discount the impact that children growing up without their dads in their lives had. You can't discount that. I wish I could go through a day believing that, well, you know, it's getting better. You know, black men, they bonding with their kids now. It ain't like it was when I grew up. You know what I mean? I wish. And, you know, I'm on social media every day. I'm on social media and you know, I like see things. Like I'll see a post that say something like, name something, and this is recently, as a matter of fact, I saw it today. Name something that your dad always said. You know how many, first of all, you know how many eyeballs, you know how when people be like, well, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know, they put the eyeballs in the comments like, I see a lot of that. And then a lot of people just come out and say, I can't tell you what he always said because he wasn't there. Or I never met him. Or he never came around. I ain't had no relationship with him. For you to actually have to write that, like you couldn't just scroll past that. You felt the need to say it. So that means that the impact that fatherless life of yours had on you was strong. You know, his absence was strong in your presence. His absence was strong in your presence. You know, so and it's sad to me because I can tell you things that my dad said, and I can tell you things that my stepdad said all day. So I had two dads where most of my friends had none. They had none. And the ones who did have one, we all got one, right? But the ones who did have one in their life wasn't in their life. Yeah, like, you know, it was like you dipping one toe in the pool. Just one little toe in the pool. You know what I mean? You know, shit like that. And then, you know what I mean, years later, he passed away. They never had a relationship. They had a relationship. That shit is hard. That shit is mad hard. And I want to say shout out to anybody and everybody who was ever going through that, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody growing up without it. It's to the point where we think we so many of us grow up without a father in our lives, we think it's okay. Well, you know, I ain't had my dad in my life and I still turned out all right. I'm still getting money. I make sure that I don't do my kids like that. I'm there. You know, we try to make justifications for it. Like, well, yeah, he wasn't there, but shit, my mom was there. She was my mom and my dad. Father's Day come along and you see people on social media. Oh yeah, I would like to, praise my mom. I would like to say a happy Father's Day to my mom because she was the only father that I had. I'm like, and the fathers that were actually active, we resent that shit. Like, huh? The fuck? You don't see none of us coming on nobody post or posting no crazy shit like that on Mother's Day. Speaking of Mother's Day and social media, what do you see? What do you see on social media for moms? You got men. Moms are so popular in the black community. that you got men throwing on wigs and house coats and all of that shit, acting like women, playing women, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's my mom right there. That's my mom." I'm like, "That's your mom?" Well, yeah, because that's my mom used to say the same shit. I'm like, damn, man. You don't never see no shit like that with nobody dad. You don't. I've never seen one video of a black person emulating fathers. Then as a matter of fact, if y'all know some, please send them to me. sun752 at AOL.com. sun752 at AOL.com. I've never seen a video, a short, a clip, you know what I mean? A reel of a black person doing a comedy routine about fathers. That was black. Never. Anyway, with that being the way it is, like I said, so many of us grow up with our fathers that we make excuses for it like it's all right. Yeah, he wasn't there, but I'm going to be all right. I'm all right. Original Duca? Wait, whoa, no. Was that Kuo? Original Kuo? Because sometimes when you see like two letters like that together, if you African, normally the first letter is silent. So it might just be Kuo. I don't know. I don't want to mispronounce your name, but what up to you? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. And Literal Trash. Here I had two dads, a biological father and a stepfather, you dickhead. You be putting no rainbow up on my shit. Yo, man, I'm deleting that dumbass shit. I don't even normally do that. But nah, that shit gotta go, you faggot. Damn, you gonna... Yo, you gonna fuck around, get my... You bitch ass. Yo. Artemis says, meet Pops. Met Pops at 11 years old. Granddad was my example of a good man. I'll take that. I will take that. I will take that. Because too many of us don't have no dad, ain't got no granddad. Ain't got no granddad. So, you know what I mean? And I don't know if your dad is still in your life or if he's still in this world, but if he is, great. Because if he's still here, you still have a chance to make that up. And you won't be a part of this. So you won't be a part of this example. You know, hopefully, before somebody passes and we grieve over them, or we take inventory about their lives and their impact in the way that we felt about them, hopefully we can go ahead and shore that up before anything tragic happens. But so many times people get taken away from us and we're only left with the memories that we had. And if you don't have no good memories, what you gonna do? What we're obligated to try to create some memories that just weren't there? We can't do that. We can't do that. Adam Young, what up? He says, hey, respect, son. He a good guy. What up? Yo, man, appreciate you. Mucho. And Original Dugo says, I just want to say, alhamdulillah. My mom and dad are still together because of kids. We check them because we never want them to split up. Okay, that's what's up. Hello, world. What's good? Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. Oh, you sorry, Little Trash. All right, we good. Don't play me like that, son. Don't do that. You know what I mean? One thing I take very seriously is I take the black experience very seriously, and I take black fatherhood stupid seriously. Because I'm a black man and I'm a black father, and I had black fathers in my life, and I've studied this shit. And I've had to deal with children that didn't have fathers, and I've been the father to plenty of non-biological children and all of that shit. So I don't fuck around. I do not fuck around when it comes to raising these babies, especially these black babies who don't have fathers. You ain't got no father, well, I'll be a father to you. That's how we carrying it over here. No child left behind on that tip. All right, Hello World says, I'm okay with it being what it is, not into forced interaction and obligation can bring out disingenuous behavior. You know what? You're right about that. But how disingenuous can it be? When you really think about it, that's your dad. That's not a teacher in school. That's not a coach on the team. That's your dad. How disingenuous can it be? To me, and I could be biased, and I probably am. To me, it can only be but disingenuous because after a while, y'all gonna start making it genuine. You're gonna start making it real. Because somewhere out there, the universe is forcing y'all back together. I'm making my way back to you, girl, with a burning heart's desire. Or son, you know, I mean, so, but I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, hello world, because, you know, you are acknowledging that, yeah, there can be resentment there. There can be resentment there. And just because they pass away doesn't mean that the resentment goes away. So what are you going to do? Because you might be feeling like everybody is pressing you. Everybody is pressing you to grieve or to cry. Like you almost feel, you ever been to a funeral or in a death situation, you feel like you're on a stage, like everybody is trying to see how you're going to react to this thing. Like, so what we got to deal with? We got to deal with the death, the surprise and shock of the death. Then we got to deal with the funeral arrangements and all of this money, all these money matters and all of that. We still have to keep our heads about us. And then we got to deal with the funeral itself, the repast, the burial, you know, all of the cards and all of the calls and all of the family, some of them that came from out of town and all of that kind of shit. And this is all for a person that you was pissed off with. And you got to deal with your own emotions. Like you might be mad at yourself for still being mad. You can't be mad at yourself for still being mad. You're a human being. You're a man or a woman. And you probably have the right to feel the way you feel. You probably have the right to feel the way you feel. So don't beat yourself up. But try to help yourself. Because you're still here and you gotta move on. There's more to forgiveness than just, you know, saying you sorry. And there's more to forgiveness. I mean, there's more to forgiveness than acknowledging that a person said that they were sorry or just letting it go. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to forgive yourself. You might not be in a position to forgive somebody else. They may not have earned that. They may have taken away your ability to be able to forgive them. They might have done that. But you got to live. You got to live. And it's all right. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Think it won't. All right. Hit the like button, y'all. Share the show. Hit the like button. Share the show. Hit the like button. Share the show. Grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Now, harboring resentment is different from being angry. And we got to understand that. Harboring resentment is different from, you know what? Hold on. This is what I haven't done in a few days, and it's been too long. I haven't dressed y'all since last week, probably since like last Wednesday. I gotta stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that. Yo, let's pick them, man. I rock the struggle bees. Y'all rock the struggle bees. Which one y'all want? Y'all want the one on the left? Y'all want the one in the middle? Or y'all want the ones on the right? What's it going to be, y'all? What up, Omar? What up, Jen Ramirez? What's up, y'all? Which one? Jen says middle. She's always quick with it. Be a Jen. Artemine says the right. Okay. We got it. Okay, Omar says left in the. So we got one for each. Which one? All right, this is the one on the left. The one on the left. What we doing? The one on the left. Which one? The one in the middle. The one in the middle, baby. Single black Jack dealer says one in the middle. Okay. We got 3 for the middle. We got 3 for the middle. All right, that's what's up. Let's do it. All right, y'all, stick your neck out. No Diddy. Stick your neck out. Yeah. Looking good. Give y'all the ocular proof, baby. Give you the ocular proof. And prove to the show that all y'all was still there. Oh, say do the struggle. Look at that. Y'all looking good. Y'all looking good out here. Ladies, you're looking beautiful. You're looking pretty. You're looking sweet. You're looking lovely. You're looking sexy. You're looking elegant. You're looking like a snack. And brothers, you're looking fly. You're looking debonair. You're looking handsome. You're looking suave. You're looking smooth out there. You got all your soft stuff. You're looking good, son. Y'all looking good, man. Ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Y'all looking like a Saturday night. You can't look no better than a Saturday night, baby. You can't look no better than a Saturday night. You're looking good. You're looking real good. You know what I'm saying? Take a screenshot. I'll give it what you got. Take a screenshot because you're like it a lot. You take a screenshot. Yeah, you know that you're there. Yeah. Take a screenshot. Show it right there. All right. Now we good. Now we good, baby. All right. Harboring resentment is different. Harboring resentment is different from being angry. When you harbor resentment, you don't necessarily have to be angry. You may just be feeling some kind of way. Like, yeah, I love my dad. I love my mom, whatever, whoever passed. But when they was alive, it was some shit they didn't do. Harbor resentment. How many of y'all have a mom? How many of y'all grew up with a mom that wasn't always nice to you? Maybe she was nice to your cousins. Nicer to your cousins than she was to you. Nicer to your other siblings than she was to you. Maybe she was more attentive to them than she was to you. And maybe you always felt some kind of way about that. Like maybe you were always the type that tried to get attention from her. You were the type that always did whatever she wanted you to do. You listened to her. You followed her rules. You dealt with her ribbing and getting cussed out and all of that kind of stuff. You dealt with all of that. They ain't have to deal with it, but you did. And you always felt some kind of way about it. Okay. Woo! How about this one? How about this? See, this is different from anger. This is resentment. Like, like Shaheem ain't have to deal with that. Neither did Fatima. They ain't have to. They didn't get. Don't let it be a situation where you and your siblings are like double-digit years apart. Maybe your mom had a baby when she was in her teenagers or young 20s. Like, let's say she had her first child when she was like 17, still in high school, about to graduate, but she ain't graduated. She got pregnant when she was 16, had the baby when she was 17. She had another baby when she was 28. Y'all 11 years apart. Now you and the other young kids, because maybe she had a baby when she was 17, another one she was like 19, another one when she was like 21, 22. And the last kids, the ones that came later, different fathers, maybe, whatever. Maybe y'all were the test kids. Y'all were the ones who had to work. Y'all were the ones who got all the ass whoopings. Y'all was the one who had to watch the kids all the time. Y'all was the ones who had to wait instead of getting stuff all the time. The younger kids, them baby kids, them last kids, they ain't gotta do nothing. They don't even wash the dishes. They don't take out the trash. They be popping off at the mouth where you used to get smacked in. What you say? Bow! You slam the door? Bow! You said what when I called you? Bow! Yeah. You feeling some kind of way about that. You ain't mad. You ain't mad at your mom. You still love your mom, but you resent the fact that, you got a raw deal. You got shit in them. Yo, don't let it be a situation where you had to struggle. You were struggling just to get a pair of shell top Adidas. You were struggling to get a pair of shell top Adidas. You know what I mean? You couldn't get them. Shoot, maybe if you was a female, in order for you to get a pair of shell top Adidas or some Reebok freestyles or some shit like that, you might have had a date a drug dealer. Meanwhile, your mom give your younger siblings everything they want. Everything they want. So, you know what I mean? You've been feeling some kind of way about this shit. You've been harboring this resentment for a long time. Because maybe she tried to deny it. Like, I ain't treat y'all no kind of way. Hey, all my kids, I love all my babies the same way. Because mamas, they all say that shit. I love all my babies equally. I don't love nobody more than nobody else. Or some of them ratchet ass moms be like, yeah, so what? I do for them because they good and you was bad. And you like, mother. Anyway, your mom passed, and you still. Yeah, I mean, I love my mom and all of that, but you know, we ain't, I hate to say it, but we ain't had the best relationship. You might not be able to express that to everybody. You might only be able to express that to your woman or your man. Like, I love my mom and I miss my mom, but to be honest with you, we wasn't that good when she was here. But I missed the shit out of her. So you crying because she's gone, and you're crying because y'all didn't have the best relationship. Now you need therapy and shit. But when your mom was around and you talked about therapy, she was like, the fuck out of here. Like, Mom, I think me and you should go to group therapy because, I felt some kind of way about things that happened. And remember, you used to go with that guy. It was my middle sister, father. And, there were times he cut his eyes at me. And, and there was times when I felt like he was propositioning me. And when I tried to tell you that and you ain't listen, get the fuck out of here. Nah. And first, I ain't going to I ain't going to no motherfucking no therapy and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with you and ain't nothing wrong with me. And that motherfucker didn't never do nothing. And if I thought he did something, first of all, me and him broke up a long time ago and you still on that bullshit. And that's why this, that, and the third, because you was always holding on to some dumbass shit because you asked. Yeah, harboring resistance, grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Maybe you had a parent, and I'm not going to stay on this parent shit forever, but it is what it is. What up, Charles Xavier? What up, Ace World? What's that? El Padillo? Nunez? What about a situation where you was out there? Any of y'all play an instrument or a sport? Maybe you was on the drama team, and your mom ain't never, your mom or your dad didn't never participate in none of those. Like, listen, you doing big things. When it come to this football shit, you damn near NFL level. She may have provided enough for you to be able to get your uniforms and be on the team and be able to travel and things like that. But maybe she ain't coming to none of your games. You out there, you the quarterback. You out there throwing dimes. You out there throwing dimes. You out there looking like Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts or somebody. You killing them. She don't come to none of your games. He don't come to none of your games. Yeah, I love my mom and my dad, but they ain't never come, they ain't never support that. I was valedictorian in my class. You know what I mean? I graduated first. They acted like valedictorians running our family or something. You might have been the first one. You might have been the first one to graduate or go to college. They didn't. And parents be going through shit. They might have been getting high. Shout out to any and everybody out there who had parents that wasn't there because of substance abuse. And they pass away, And you got to act like they was there your whole life when you know goddamn well you damn near had to take care of yourself, or your grandmother took care of you, or your auntie took care of you, or the neighbors next door who cared about you took care of you. They fed you. They helped you out. They bought you things. They took, they looked out because your mom was too busy getting high, selling ass. Your dad was too busy getting high, going back and forth to jail, being a bum. Then he passed, and you got to act like, nah, man, but that was my pops, man. You know what I mean? Yo, that's my nigga, man. And we going to be together all the time. What the fuck? Hey, yo, son, it might not be that way. It might not be that way. It might not be that way. So you grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. You got time for everybody else. You ain't got time for me. You got love for everybody else. You ain't got love for me. You got attention for everybody else. You ain't got no attention for me. And then you got to deal with motherfuckers looking at you like, well, why you acting like that? Why you being spoiled? You acting like Carson Wentz acted like when the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and Nick Foles was lighting it up. Because Carson Wentz was in the background hating, like, yay, fly eagle. Grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Ace World was good. What's good? Man, I'm sorry. I haven't gotten a chance to read all of y'all comments. Let me see. He says, my granddad was like my father on my mother's side. My husband's stepfather was also like a father to me. That's what's up. Let me see. Let me see. Ace World says, forgive me, but keep moving on. Forgive, but keep moving on. I like that. Adam Young says, looking like a king. Yeah, y'all was looking awfully majestic, son. Y'all was looking mad majestic. All right, and it says everyone makes mistakes. We are not perfect. That's facts. The pain and suffering make the soul bloom. Never looked at it that way. Never looked at it that way. El Padillo Nunez says, father had boys. I'm the only black one. I'm the youngest. They don't talk to me. I'm the only one with a black mom. Ooh. Omar says, even if you even dream of it, you better wake up and apologize. Young says, seems like the firstborn gets the worst because the parent isn't good at being a parent. Sometimes that happens. And sometimes the first one gets the best because they might have poured all of their attention. Yeah, it happens. There's so many variables when it comes to parenting, man. There's so many variables. Okay. Omar says, my mom called me privately and told me she loves me the most. All right. Omar says, so my siblings can't hold that L. They can hold that L eternally. I hear that. Artemon says, my mom has sisters. My aunties, I called all of them mom. Because it takes a village. That's why. Because it takes a motherfucking village. You should never, I mean, if it was up to me, nobody would only have one father, one mother. Everybody should father somebody. Every man should step up and father somebody. You see a need out there, you fulfill that need. Mother's the same. And a lot of moms be playing moms. A lot of moms be doing motherly shit. They maternal instincts kick in. Very, very, very seldom is a woman never a mom to nobody. I ain't gonna front. That wouldn't be no kind of woman I would want to deal with. Like, oh, you don't mother nobody? I don't care. I don't care if you have kids, can't have kids. And so when you see a child, it don't spark something in you. You've never had a spiritual connection with a child where it was like, where that child just gravitated towards you, connected with you, and was like, yo, what's up? I don't care what it was. Sometimes kids just want to hang around you. Hear what you got to say. Go to the store for you. Ask you to play a game. Hear the good word. What's today's mathematics, Mr. Supreme? I'm just saying. Mr. Preem, what's today's mathematics, son? El Padillo says a lot of us need the real. That's no doubt. Omar, you play water polo? Wow. All right. Iron sharp as iron. Facts. Ace World says no emotional support growing up. Not a good look. Not a good look. The last thing we need out there is a bunch of bitter men out there harboring resentment. Because you know how it is, man. When you're dealing with a friend or a family member or a loved one or somebody that you know, and they still harboring resentment from their past, whether it's childhood trauma or whatever, you ever notice that it always comes up some kind of way, even if they don't tell you the story straight up and down. Something about their demeanor, something about their personality, their character always brings out whatever they were deficient in growing up. You hear the psychology coming out of their mouth. Like if a man didn't have a decent relationship with his mom, more than likely his relationship with women is normally strained. It can be strained where he's disrespectful to women, or it can be strained to the point where his expectations of what a woman does is too high. Like he's trying to get every woman to fill this standard that his mom didn't. The last thing we need out here is another all bitches ain't shit type of nigga. We don't need none of that. That's exactly what we don't need. We don't need no more. I don't need no man-ass women. And we don't need no more all women ain't shit ass niggas. We don't need that. We got enough. We got enough to feed the needy. We good. We don't need no more. But they being created every day. They being created every day. So we got to deal with that. We got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Men being mad at women and women being mad at men. Men thinking that they don't need what you don't normally hear men say that they don't need no woman. But you hear a lot of women say that I don't need no man. And it's all based off of finances. I got my own money. I got my own car. I pay my own bills. I got my own house. I have my own education. I don't need nothing for a nigga. He can get me some dick, but I figured that I'm going to get the dick from wherever I go because, they want to get up deep in me so they can make another baby, but they must be crazy because I don't need no another man because right here I stand on business 10 toes down. And if a man is acting like a clown, come the fuck around because I don't need your money, nigga. I don't need your crib, nigga. I don't need you to give me no figures, nigga. And you act like you really the boss, but you ain't really got enough sauce to put on the shit. You lost. And you a lost nigga. And I'm found. So I ain't down with you. And you ain't gonna never be down. And you ain't gotta come around. Kick your dick to yourself. I got a rose and another toy, I suppose. And I'm gonna take care of myself. Aha, nigga, you see. Aha, nigga, you see. It felt so good last night. I had to smoke me a ciggy. I said, yo, I got this rose today. I don't need me a nigga. Sad out here, son. It's bad out here. But back to our regularly scheduled program. We're talking about grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. For those of y'all who don't know, you can call into the show. 267-874-1949. That's the number to call. I said a 267-874-1949. Yes, y'all. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 267-874-1949. Yeah, get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. Get your shine, baby. 267-874-1949, baby. Call 267-874-1949, and I'll get you right here on the show. If you don't know, there is no censorship on this show, no matter what. You can say whatever you want to say. And that chat, you could get in trouble for writing certain things because YouTube is on that. But on that phone, you can, boogity. So you can get your shit off. I don't cut you off. I give you time, say what you need to say, get it off your chest, express yourself. 267-874-1949. But the choice is yours. The choice is yours. Tell you what, yo, I'm gonna put up a little poll. See what y'all think. See what y'all think. Wait a minute. All right. We got the question up here. Okay, let's do this. Do you think that it's wrong to speak negatively about a person who has passed on? We gonna do that question, and maybe we'll do another question later on in the show. We only in the first hour. We good. Do you think it's wrong to speak negatively about a person who has passed on? Let's get it popping. See what y'all think about that. Please participate. Please participate. But yeah, harboring resentment and grieving at the same time. A negative cocktail of emotions. A negative cocktail of emotions, and you might not know what to do about it. It's not easy. This thing called life that we live is hard, man. It ain't hard in that, nobody can do it or only certain people can get through it. But it's hard in that we're not experienced to always be able to deal with the head-on collisions that we may face in our lives, or those blindside hits that we take from the intersections. We're not always ready for that shit. We're not. And nobody is ever ready for somebody to die suddenly. Or even if you find out that somebody is gravely ill. Like shout out to anybody and everybody who has passed from cancer. And all of the victims, all of the loved ones, all of the people who were left behind, grieving behind somebody who passed away from cancer. Like when we say fuck cancer, we ain't playing, man. When we say fuck cancer, we not playing, because it has taken so many of our people. It took my dad. It took my stepdad. You know what I mean? And anyway, so you find out somebody is diagnosed with cancer and they already in their stage 4. So you may not have seen them in a long time. You found out that they about to pass. You run to them, even though y'all may not have been around each other or been on speaking terms because of a falling out that y'all had. And it might have been a serious falling out. All separations ain't over this internet petty shit. The internet social media will have you separating over motherfuckers over petty shit. For real. Like, oh, I gotta protect my peace, or you know, niggas out here, they too toxic. They toxic. Shut the fuck up. All that dumbass shit. Everybody got to deal with adversity. Don't nobody do what you want them to do all the time. But you don't have the luxury of being able to delete somebody and block somebody all the time. How you gonna block somebody who knows where you live at? Try that. Try blocking them off your step. Try blocking them off your porch. Blocking them from right out of your face. And social media has got us thinking on some stupid shit. But you may have been separated from somebody that was diagnosed with a terminal illness because of some real shit. Maybe they stole something from you. Maybe they defamed your character. Maybe they was shitting on you for a long time. Maybe they never acknowledged some shit that you, man, come on, man. Listen, I'm not gonna fuck around with y'all tonight, man. I'm going to talk about some shit tonight. I'm gonna talk about some shit tonight that y'all don't hear. Y'all don't be hearing all the time. Y'all don't be hearing all the time, man. All right. So anyway, so you hear about somebody that's sick, and you find out they got stage 4 cancer. They may only have a little while to live before they go. So you might be saying, all right, man, I'm gonna let bygones be bygones. I'm gonna go and get with homie or whatever and chill with them before they pass. But that don't, even in your sadness, even in your sorrow, it doesn't erase what happened. So you're gonna still have to deal with what happened at some point. Maybe in their sickness, they finally acknowledged what was, what they had done. And maybe they didn't. All right. Any of y'all got a baby father out there that wasn't? Any of y'all got a baby father out there that wasn't? Let me explain to y'all what I mean. Ladies, some of y'all might be mad at a man because you got pregnant by that man. I don't want to say he got you pregnant, but you got pregnant by that man and he didn't want the baby. And he expressed that he didn't want the baby, and he told you to get an abortion. Now y'all might have still been together, but he got you feeling like he don't want no baby by you. Maybe he had kids, maybe he didn't. Now, it ain't an easy thing when a man don't even have no kids and he telling you he don't want no kids by you. So anyway, maybe you ain't want to raise your baby by yourself. And you ain't want him to be mad at you or whatever. So you went ahead and got the abortion, even though you pro-life as hell. You ain't want to get that abortion. You ain't want to do it. And maybe, and after a woman gets an abortion, she still can suffer from postpartum. So you are postpartum about your unborn child, your aborted child. So you may be thinking that, I got this abortion for this man. I don't know how God is going to treat me. Either I'm going to suffer for the rest of my life on this earth, in this world, or when I get to the pearly gates and it's my time for judgment, he might send me down. He might send me down to the bottom floor. Good, bad, or indifferent, regardless of what your beliefs are, you may be feeling that way. What up, Aussie mate? What up, Aussie mate? So maybe in your anger and resentment towards your man, maybe you broke up with him after you got the abortion. Like, I can't deal with this shit no more. Maybe your anger towards the decision that he forced you into made you not want to deal with him anymore. You mad at him. You broke up with this nigga. And he may not have understood, like, why you want to break up with me? I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't want the baby now, like maybe later on. No. God don't make no mistakes. He got me pregnant at the time that he got me pregnant. You was the dad, and you ain't want to do this. You telling me that I got to do this, or I'm thinking that our relationship ain't going to be right because you telling me that you don't want this baby. So I go ahead and I do this for you, but now I can't deal with you no more. All right, so you break up with your man. You break up with your man. And then your man fuck around, and dies. Maybe he got killed in a car accident. Maybe he was in the streets and got capped out there. I mean, whatever the case is. After, and whatever the time frame was, after y'all broke up, after you broke up with him, he got killed. It wasn't that you didn't love him no more, but you couldn't deal with being with him no more. Maybe dealing with him brought back the memory and the pain of your aborted baby. You out here looking at other babies, other people with babies, wondering what it would have been like if yours had survived. So you might be grieving for your ex, but harboring resentment at the same time. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen. I've seen a lot and done a lot in my lifetime. Seen a lot and done a lot. Experienced a lot of shit. You know, on the emotional side, I've had to deal with a lot of shit. Not just for me, but dealing with other people. Trying to keep, you know how it is when you're trying to keep somebody else all right. And on that parental shit, mothers of children whose father didn't come around and they father died, and the kids might be expressing, well, you know, he wasn't never there for me anyway. And you trying to tell them like, no, you can't do it like that. Yeah, he wasn't there, but that was still your dad. And, you know, because all baby moms ain't bitter. And all of them ain't irresponsible. And all of them don't try to turn their kids against their father, even if he ain't doing the right thing. All women don't do that. All mothers don't do that. We spend too much time highlighting and showing off the ones who do that shit. We spend too much time showing the women who turn their kids against men or against they fathers. We got too much. We've been normalizing that too much, and we've been justifying it too much. But all women don't do that. There are plenty of women out here who like, listen, you know, yeah, he wasn't there, but you never know what the future holds. Who knows what tomorrow brings? In a world, few hearts survive. Hold on. I hold the fuck up. So let me get this straight. Y'all channeled Crazy Steve to come out? Yo, Steve, they literally called for you. Was you in the background listening and decided, all right, man, since they calling for me, let me go in here and say a couple. Really? Huh? What? I'm not ready. I ain't ready. You have summoned me. Oh my fucking goodness. Yo, this is the illest thing that has ever happened. They literally out of the blue, Omar is single blackjack dealer. Steve this and Steve that. And what happens? Steve. Omar is wilding out. Y'all know Steve don't call in. Y'all know that. Access to Rome. What up? Access to Rome. Yo, man. Yo, Omar, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the super chat, my G. Both of them. Yo, he's trying to buy Steve out. He gonna buy Steve. Yo, man, Steve is all the way in Australia. That ain't no cheap call. This ain't WhatsApp. Yo. Y'all be wildin'. Yo, you my man too. Oh, yeah, I mean, you my namesake. You my young boy. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Salute, my dude. Matter of fact, let me give him some triangle. Let me get some triangle. Son. Yeah, I mean, you gotta get some triangle for this. You gotta get some triangle for that. This is not a small thing. This is not a small thing. I ain't gonna act like. I ain't gonna act like. Act like. Act like. Act like. Act like. Act. Act like. Act like. Act like. Act like. Act like. Let me give you some bars. Yo, I ain't gonna act like you ain't a star. I appreciate you doing this shit, Omar. Yo, you are my namesake. You my man, yo. You my young boy. You know how that go. Everybody who gives me a couple of dollars, yo, you can best believe I'm gonna holler, no scholar. I don't care if you didn't go to school. I'ma act like when you give money, I'ma act a fool. Like I never had no money before because you ain't have to give shit, but you gave shit a little bit more than anybody else. So for my health and for my well-being, yo, that shit I'm seeing. And ain't nobody gonna talk me up out of it. I appreciate the shit, there's no doubt of it. And yo, what you know? Yo, what is everybody else doing? You're proving, show you a show improving. I'ma keep it moving. I'ma make sure that you get your recognition on that mission. Yo, you know how this thing do? Yo, you are my man and yo, Wee's crew. Alright. Okay. Alright. Grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Crazy D said, this is the cringe I come for. Crazy D says, I am a busy man, Omar. Man. Yeah, I mean, I be forgetting you talking to Omar. This shit crazy. You know what I mean? This is a lot of Omars in this movement. We got at least three. Yeah, harboring resentment and grieving at the same time. Man, it's not an easy thing to deal with. It can be tough. And you know, if you're the type of person that really doesn't like to deal with your emotions, because not everybody really likes to deal with their negative emotions. You know how it is. You know, some of us feel like if we really start to succumb to the way that we really feel about things, the way that we really feel about people, we'll be crying all the time, or we'll be bitter all the time, or we'll be hurt all the time, or we'll be negative all the time. So we try to sweep all of the things that we feel and the way that we feel, we try to sweep them under the rug. Or sometimes you might be in a situation where you have to be strong for somebody else. You might be in a position where you have to be strong for somebody else. Who knows what it's like to try to be strong for somebody else? You got to keep from crying, because if people see you crying, then everybody's going to break under the pressure. You ever see a picture of one of those straw bridges in Asia? You know, you'll see like a picture of it's like two mountains only joined together by this straw bridge. And you know, this straw bridge, you be wondering, like, how the fuck did y'all build this bridge? Because people are walking over the bridge and it's made of straw. That shit swaying from side to side. And a lot of y'all wouldn't be able to make it over that bridge. Like y'all would be trying to crawl over that thing. Still scared to crawl over, because you know, you looking down, straw bridge, you can see between the bamboo or whatever. And the strength that you may have to display for your people might be equivalent to trying not to break that straw bridge as you're trying to cross that from one mountain to another mountain. By the way, how many of y'all have saw or have seen that that type of straw bridge that I'm talking about, how many of y'all would cross it? How many of y'all would cross it? I would. I know I would. I know I would. You know, but that's because I'm not afraid of heights. And I figure I'm not heavy enough to break the damn, you know, I mean, shit. They built the shit to be, you know, crossed over or whatever. People do it every day. It's not like they only send one people on the straw bridge per day or whatever. So it's a bunch of people coming and going. But I'm sure somebody's at the end of each part of the bridge. Like, no, I ain't getting on that thing. No, no. Yo, Cheryl, remember on the hikes? When people, because, all right, little background story. Me and Cheryl used to go on these hikes. We used to have the Mind Right, Body Better fitness program going on, and we used to hike up in Fairmount Park, which is in Philly. And there were these little, they weren't bridges, but there were some bridges, but they were these like stone structures that went over water, and they didn't have any railings or, you know, anything on the side where it would prevent you from falling over. So you had to walk over these things in order to get from one piece of land to the other piece of land because it was crossing over water. Man, there were literally times when I had to put somebody on my back on some old piggyback shit and walk them over this thing. Remember that shit? Remember that? Remember that show? Yeah, I mean, people was crying. They like, I can't walk over that. I got video. Wait a minute. Damn. The videos are on the computer. How would I show you? Let me think about it for a minute. I got to go with my OneDrive. Cheryl says, I remember crossing over many ledges and pipes. You were Superman to them. Omar says screen share. I can't screen share because I'm using a phone for the camera. This is not on the computer. You know, you thinking like Microsoft Teams or like that. But I can face the. Let me see where I got these shits. Let me see what I can do. I might be able to do it. Let me see. And my OneDrive. Hold on. Pictures. No. Oh, these OneDrive. I need the Microsoft joint. I don't need the Samsung shit. I need the no, I don't need that Sodexo shit. Everything is on here except for like I got my work shit on here. I don't want that. Let me see. Oh shit. Hold on. Damn, the thing is, I can't see. Let's see, what's this one? Hey, I download that shit first. I don't know if this is gonna be one I want. All right, we'll see. But as we wait to see which video this is going to be, hopefully it's not one of our workout videos because they be having music to them, and I make sure that And I ain't gonna have YouTube trying to bang me with a copyright. When they try to bang me with a copyright, hit the like button, y'all. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button. Share the show. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Get 'Em Show, and we are talking about grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. This video is this. Hold on. Oh, this is insurance money. Hold on.
I want to talk briefly
about that ain't it. That ain't it. All right. I should have the actual name of them because all of them wasn't Daily Go Get 'Em videos. So I'm looking for something that says it would be from 2015. Men teaching daughters. November. No. I'm looking, y'all. I'm looking. I'm find something. Find something. Because these are just the these are 2015. Let me see about this one. Let me see if this. Oh no. I don't want that. Never mind. Those look like Word files. All right, listen. I don't want to spend all the time on that. I don't want to spend all the time. I said, what you got there, Omar? If you can't pull it up now, send me a couple of oldies. Cause I don't delete nothing. I don't throw nothing away. I'm trying to. Do. Maybe I should go in my. Would it be in my Google Drive? Ain't nothing in there. All right, I ain't gonna sweat that. Maybe on another day I could show y'all that, because those hikes was monumental. They was different. Talk about separating the men from the boys. But anyway, like getting back to what we was talking about leading up to that. Yeah. A straw bridge leading from one side to the other. So, sometimes you have to be strong or appear strong for somebody else that can't handle as much as you can. And in the face of all that, you might not really be able to handle what you say you can handle. We can't always handle. We don't always be handling. We don't always be handling. You know what I mean? It's not always. Well, let me just put it this way. Sometimes we put undue expectations and stress on ourselves, and it ain't really right. It ain't really right. And it would be easy for us to say that we should do this or we should do that. And sometimes it's easier to give advice to other people, even though we may not be able to follow it ourselves. You know, even though we may not be able to follow it ourselves. So we might be struggling with that. And some people may look at that and say, well, you know, you out here faking the funk. You may not be out here faking the funk. It's just you can't always have shit the way you want to have it. You know, sometimes you have to appear strong until you can actually be strong, or you have to appear brave when you're not brave. I mean, have you ever fought somebody for somebody else? Have you ever fought somebody for somebody else, even though you wasn't sure if you could beat the person that you had to fight? But one thing is for sure, you wasn't going to let them beat up the person that you was defending. So it was like, listen, I'll take my bumps and my bruises, but I'm about to give it all I got. And then it may have turned out all right. You might have went ahead and won the fight, but it wasn't sure. It wasn't because you was confident. Well, that's life. That's life. When we out here trying to make something happen for somebody else, we out here trying to make it happen for somebody else. Meanwhile, we struggling. We have our own struggles to deal with. Let me see. Crazy Steve says, a stone structure that went over water. No, these weren't bridges. These weren't, like, you would have to see it. You would have to see it. It wasn't, you know, because it didn't even look like a man-made thing. For real. It didn't look like a man-made structure. It may have been, but it didn't look like it. You know, it wasn't. It was out there in the woods, you know. But nonetheless, you know, it wasn't an easy thing for everybody to cross over. If you don't hope you I remember this convo and live in regret. Yeah, I'm regretting it now. I couldn't show you the videos of this daily go-getimism. Damn, on older computer. Where's the Google Drive? Would they be in there? I always did it with an Android phone. There's a good chance. Let me see. Google Pictures. They got everything in there. They got everything in there. But I don't really want to spend all this time doing this shit. So I'm not. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Just, you know, use your imagination. So the way the ground shifted after the storms was crazy. Yeah, them hikes was different. We did this shit in the wintertime with snow on the ground. Yo, man, that shit was crazy. We hiking in the woods. Mad snow and ice. Mad snow. It was cold as shit. This shit was freezing, son. It was freezing out there. But anyway, grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Queen Monica, she was there with them hikes. She said the good old days sent you some pics. Yeah, you sent me some pics. Let me see. You sent some pics? What you got? Yeah. All right. These are some pics. Even though this is not the let me see. these are not the ones that I'm looking for, but this is us out here in the woods. That's me. And who is that? That's Mia. And that's Denise. And who's that? I think that was her son. But yeah, we used to do this. See if you can find any other videos when we had to cross the bridges. we had to cross the bridges. So Queen Monica, I remember I almost had to carry her through the woods. We ain't know her condition was, starting to rear his ugly head or whatever. I'm thinking like, she just ain't feel like hiking today. She held my belt the whole hike. I think that was the last hike you went on. And it was kind of weird because I was like, she was always a trooper. You know what I mean? She ran in marathons and shit like that. I wasn't doing that shit. I mean, I'll hike as far as you want. I ain't running no marathon. Trying to prove nothing. But anyway, grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. Grieving and harboring resentment is, you ever been not necessarily best friends with somebody, but maybe you were good friends with somebody and y'all had a falling out, disagreement, or something, some fuck shit happened between you and them, and maybe y'all were on a break from each other, y'all weren't speaking to each other, whatever. You ever not be speaking to somebody and still be speaking to them? Like y'all are on speaking terms, but at the same time, y'all ain't calling each other, and y'all not initiating the speaking. Y'all not picking up the phone and calling each other, but y'all will answer the phone if either one calls. But both of y'all being stubborn about calling. Have you ever been in a situation like that? That kind of shit happens. It goes down. It be like that. Well, one of the worst things that can never happen is that friend gets sick and passes away. In 2017, my brother's ex died in a fire. My brother and his ex, they lived together. They was Bonnie and Clyde. They was, and when he moved down south, they were still dealing with each other, but that she went down south to stay with him for a little while, but then she came back home because she had a job here and all of that. So she wasn't just going to pick up. So they tried to do the long distance thing, and eventually they separated. And I know she probably felt some kind of way about the whole situation and how it went down because, he went down south and he had kids and like she never had no kids by him. So I know that because she stuck by him, she rode for him hard. And in 2017, I got word that she died in a fire. A fire. I was like, yo. So I'm imagining that she died with resentment in her heart. So this is kind of like in the reverse, because I can speak on this externally. I wasn't in a relationship with her. My brother was. For all I know, they broke up with over some things that concern her too. But nonetheless, I know that it hurt him to his core for her to die in a fire. Like, you be thinking like, We grown men and women. Who dies in a fire? Shout out to all of the people, all of the victims out there in California losing their homes and all of their property. That shit ain't no, but the losing your property in a fire is one thing. Losing a person in a fire is a whole nother thing. So I imagine my brother, I know he was grieving over that shit, but who knows what he was going through otherwise. Like, damn, Kel, it maybe if you wouldn't have done this, or if maybe if you would have been paying attention, because from what I understand, the fire might have been caused by leaving a pot on the stove or some shit like that, and perhaps he was getting high, and I don't know, there was some conversation. Smoke, yeah, I don't think she burned physically, but I think it was smoke inhalation. Yeah, Monica, I was fussing at you. I mean, I literally told her, that hike was like 8 or 9 miles. I'm towing her. I was mad and not mad at the same, because there's no way she was holding on to my belt. If she, like, I knew something was going on. I just couldn't figure it out. Like, all right, when I move, she moved. It be like that sometimes. Big Andy. Thanks. Nice beard. That's what's up. Thanks. Omar says, brother, I just had my friend call me and tell me his life changed the last 2 days. His mom did a facelift and count your blessings. Hug your mom. Life is precious. That's word. That's my word. He said, nah, it's even worse. Smoke inhalation. Yeah, but yo, Omar, I hope your people's minds, I hope they pray, they come through. I really hope they come through. As a matter of fact, man, if y'all would join me in a quick moment of silence for Omar's friends, mom, they peoples. Let's have a moment of silence real quick, y'all. Hopefully y'all participated, and I hope that y'all said a little prayer for her. At times like this, you need support. Times like this, you really, really do need support. And when we're talking about this topic, a lot of times you're harboring resentment over somebody who did not give you support. Even though you may have loved them to death, but they didn't give you the support that you needed. You ever been there? I'm sure all of y'all have been there for somebody who wasn't there for you. I'm sure that you have been there for somebody who was not there for you. You extended the courtesy of being there for somebody who did not extend that same courtesy to you. And that shit sucks. Let me see how we doing on this poll. Do you think that is okay? Do you think that is wrong to speak negatively about a person who has passed on? Damn, y'all straight 50-50. So out of 16 people, half said, yeah, it's okay, and half said no. Yo, I appreciate you too, O. Hold your head and please tell your people to hold their head too. Tell them to hold their head, because this is a time when they're going to need a lot of support. Look, man, I work in a hospital, so I see this shit every day. When I go through the ICU, man, that should be heartbreaking. When I see somebody, yo, I ain't gonna lie, man, when I see somebody go home from the ICU, I be like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. Because they don't call it intensive care for nothing. Man, a lot of people don't go home. Oh, I mean, well, they don't go home to their crib. They be going home. You know, I see them wheeling bodies out. I see them orderlies and those transport personnel. I see them wheeling bodies out night after night, and I be thinking like, damn, man. I see the way that they load the body onto the gurney, the metal joint. You know, you don't get the bed when they taking you to the morgue. They load you onto the metal joint. Put you in that body bag. Put that sheet over you. That's how it go. Once your vitals are gone, man, you are a body. You are a body. So they just put you in the cold room, so you can be stored until the mortician play around with your face. All right. But that's the process. Now I'm sure that plenty of those visitors that have gone to see their loved ones up there, up in the ICU, I'm sure plenty of them have been like, mad at the person that's passing away, trying not to be mad at them. You know, maybe they got into an accident, and you feel like the reason that they got into the accident is because they didn't fucking listen to you. I told you not to go out there that night. I told you not to drive that car that had them problems. I told you not to be messing around with them cats. I told you not to drive with them dudes or whatever. I told you not to hang around them cats. I told you they ain't had no good feelings for you. I told you they ain't had your best interest at heart. Especially in a situation where somebody might have got murdered. Keeping somebody alive ain't easy. And you can be mad at somebody because they didn't do the best things for themselves. You can be mad at a person because they didn't do the best things for themselves. I went through that shit, man. My pop, I didn't feel like he did enough to try to stay alive. I was feeling like he gave up. He didn't want to do all that chemo. He didn't want to do that radiation. He was like, listen, man, I fought the good fight. I lived a good life. I'm 84 years old. I'm ready to go. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? You ready to go where? Nah, we ain't done. We ain't done, Pop. Nah. At the very least, let us ride you out. Let us take care of you. He was like, nah. Nobody gonna be taking care of me. Ain't nobody gonna be putting me in no diaper and changing me. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't do for myself. What kind of man is that? I'm like, that's a man that's sick. That's a man that's sick. You know what I mean? You sick, you gotta try to get better. You can get better. He was like, ain't nobody getting better. It's over. Oh, it's over. I'm like, no. It ain't over. It ain't over. I mean, shit, when you go through something like that, you know, you might be mad. You might be mad at the person that's sick because maybe they didn't let you take care of them. Maybe you don't feel like they accepted the treatments that were available, whatever. Maybe you didn't feel like they fought for their lives the way that you wanted to fight for their lives. And you know, you got to eat that. But nonetheless, you can harbor resentment over that. You can easily harbor resentment over that. I get it. So it's tough. You might love a person, but you still harbor resentment over the choice that they made. But you know what? You have to accept that everybody doesn't accept what you are giving them. You know, there comes a time when you have no choice but to live and let live. And that's hard as hell. That is, it's hard as hell. But that's part of what we're talking about. Grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. So you mad at somebody for letting themselves die or for getting themselves killed. I get it. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everybody who came through. I want to thank y'all in advance. We got a few more minutes left in the show. We're going to rock out. We doing what we do. We doing the best that we can. And we're talking about grieving and harboring resentment at the same time. You know, so you sad as hell over the passing of a loved one. And at the same time, you like, mother, God, you didn't get a chance to say what you wanted to say. Whether it was something real that you had to tell them, or whether you just wanted to tell them how you loved them. You just wanted to express, how you felt about them. Or maybe somebody was supposed to tell you something before they passed and they never told you. Y'all was scheduled to have a meeting or whatever, and they were supposed to. Shit, man. Now this is going to sound petty. This is going to sound petty, but it happens, and it's something that we got to deal with. Somebody might have been helping you with something. Maybe it was something financial. Maybe it was something physical. Maybe your brother-in-law, your ex, your grandfather, somebody like that was fixing up your crib for you. They were supposed to, y'all had everything in place. Y'all was supposed, they got most of the work done. It was still some unfinished business, and they fucked around and got killed, or they died. You already gave them a deposit. They owe you money, and or they owe you the job. They owe you money, and or they owe you the job. So you grieving for him like, yo, man, that's fucked up what happened to Mr. Frank. That's messed up what happened to Mr. Dave. That's messed up what happened to Mr. Bobby. But yo, you owe me 4 stacks. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm ready to go to his wife and ask for that money. You owe me the money. I'm sorry, but Mr. Frank owe me that money. Excuse me. Yo, I'm Miss Chrissy, listen, I'm really sorry for what happened to Mr. Bob. And like anything y'all need from me, don't hesitate to ask. Just let me know. But listen, I gave Mr. Bob $4,000 for a deposit, and he never finished the work. So I don't know if he deposited it in your account or whatever, but I got the contract right here, and as you can see on the receipt, the invoice, I gave him this money, and so the work ain't finished. I can show you the pictures if you want to see the pictures of the house. You can see I gave him the deposit for the first half, and he didn't complete the first half, and I also gave him some money. I paid him up to 75%. So can I get the 4 stacks? Can I get the 4 stacks? Because I need the 4 stacks. I need my money back, and I gotta do something. I ain't really trying to attack, but yo, what's right is right and wrong is wrong, and I gotta do this shit so we can get along. What Omar says, I am a lawyer. I got you on the contract law. You know how I did what I saw. And I gotta get my money returned. And I gotta do things because I gotta earn. And I've learned that sometimes you gotta hold back. Don't give the contract all of the money in stacks. Yo, so sometimes they run off on the plug and they ain't trying to give you nothing. Not even a kiss or a hug. And shit is bad. And they always mad when you go get some Mexicans to do the fucking work that they did. And that's anyway. Mr. Bob was a good dude. He would want you to return the money. Woo! He would want you to return the money. Give my money back. Oh, you would need that 40%? Yeah, you a lawyer, all right. 60-40, boy. Y'all be 60-40 and us to death. 60-40 and us to death. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hold on. My peoples. Oh, shit. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, we got video?
Now, this is when we start getting to more of the meat and potatoes. You know, start separating the men from the board. You know, during the wintertime and summertime, whatever, things fall down. Like the trails change because trees fall down and the city is not bringing out here to you know, fix these trails because this nature out here, like, you're gonna have to work it out yourself. So that's what we gonna do. But I want y'all to see a couple of things that we used to see. And if we get this thing back popping again, this is what y'all will see.
Oh, this must have been the joint I did like a couple of years ago.
And all of that. But we gonna keep it moving. I don't want this joint to be long. All right, so up over this now. Before, I used to put myself in a bad position because I would be wearing Timbs and a backpack full of stuff. So now I finally learned better. So I got the good hikers on. They're nice and light. I killed the backpack, going over logs and shit. Let me see what we got. What we got? All right, here we go.
I'm breathing heavy as shit on this thing.
All right. There's a part over here that I want y'all to see. When we get to it, I'll let you know. Down by the water, okay? All right. Now, this down log, I can tackle this one or two ways. I can go under here, or I can go over here. I choose to go over here. All right, here we go. Y'all feeling it? I don't know. Might be feeling it a little bit. Might not be. I swear this trail looks different every time I do it. I'm looking for a particular landmark. When we get there. So, besides the cardio that you exert when we doing this yard, you also are getting in some good leg work because you got to kind of be climbing. You know what I mean? So you got to watch your step. That's why comfortable shoes that grip the rock.
Oh, yes.
Paramount.
Let me see if it's.
Okay. Oh yeah. Wait, is this the part? No, this ain't the part. Is it?
I'm trying to see.
You are a novice. I will find another way for y'all to get past.
All right.
All right, here we go.
I'm trying to see if it's.
I think this is the part.
Oh, no.
Maybe not. A little bit farther. Yeah, sound a little bit farther.
Let me see.
See, we have to climb up. We kind of climb up these rocks. And this is why it's important to have good
It's not the bridge part, but.
grip. You gotta have shoes that'll grip the rocks. Okay. I could have gone this way, but I choose this way. All right. That's what I wanted y'all to see. Good stuff. And we still here. And we still good. We still here. We still good. That's right. See y'all in the next one. You know, this probably.
Hold on. I think she got another one. Let me see. Okay. Okay. This is a good one. I'm trying to see if that little bridgey thing is on here. I guess it's not. This is an older joint too. So the Take the Fall event.
Feeling great, man.
Oh, this was at the end of the joint.
That's right. Tell how good you feel. All right. Exactly.
That's when I was using the SLR cameras. Y'all hear the zoom come in? You hear the zoom? Hear the zoom? The zzz. You don't hear that on a cell phone. You know what I mean? You have to have the NICD batteries for that. All right, good shit. Thank you, Queen Monica. Appreciate you. Mucho. Like, I knew they was on there somewhere. You know what I mean? You got to have the researchers go in there and find them shits. You got to have the researchers go in there and get them shits. That's what's up. The 12, 26, 15. Okay, that's what's up. But yeah, we had the 2 hour mark. It's time to go. 2 hour mark. It's time to go. I appreciate y'all coming through and helping out with the flow. So we gonna do these birthday shout outs, and then we gonna take the plane in the route out. And I appreciate y'all coming by. Yo, y'all be coming through, doing things, acting fly. And I say, why can't it be like this all the time? But the sun always shines. And when I say the sun, I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about everybody, each and everybody else. Yo, y'all know the deal. I appreciate y'all. Y'all got the real pill and the real feel. All right, let's do this. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious January 13th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Randall Noah, happy birthday to you. And also Selena Smart, happy birthday. And Gloria Jackson. DJ Osirion, happy birthday. And my girl, last but not least, going all the way back to the block, my girl, Tina Dent. Known to all of us as Tina Bird, because that was her maiden name. I mean, she went to Virginia Union, got married to a dude, stayed down Virginia. Peace to y'all. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all a good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious January 13th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. Anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, go hard, go for yours, and remember, sometimes people pass on, and sometimes the things they did will last on in your memory. And sometimes you have to try to reconcile and try to feel better about the things that went wild. Sometimes things go left and people pass away and you feel like you've been blinded or deaf. And I don't know why it feels that way. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, why is it that way? But you can't reverse it. You can't stop it. You can't bring them back into life. You can't be a husband or wife to somebody that has passed on. You a widow and you're feeling like you're only in the middle. You don't know which way to go, which thing to choose. But all you know is that you took a loss and you feel like you're going to lose a little bit more as time goes on. You didn't get a chance to say goodbye. You're asking yourself why. Well, because that's the way it goes. You got to keep in touch with everybody because you never know when they are going to no longer be in the essence, and they will no longer be right here, right in your presence. The lessons that we learn. Life is a blessing, and you can't act like it's not, because it's going to take that spot and make it feel like it's a void unfulfilled. Yo, that shit is life, and this for real. My skills as a person, as a man, I right here, 10 toes I stand, and make sure that I'm 100 grand, even if I'm only 7 to 5, I still stay alive. And I'm glad that you're here. I don't take nothing for granted, because I know the next day, yo, it might be taken away from me and you, and I don't really know how to act or what to do. For everybody who lost somebody in 2024 and 25, you probably lose a little more. Now I don't want to be negative, but we got to be ready. So make them phone calls to each and every one of y'all who you separated from, ain't spoken to in a long time. Don't wait, because it's out of time. Yo, when they gone, you're gone, and it might be you. So what your people's gonna do? You can't sue a doctor because they let you die. Yo, when it's your time, yo, you're going to lift up in the sky, or the man in the sky, or wherever he is. He said today was your last day and you can't do nothing about it. But the feelings don't go away. But the feelings don't go away. Jay says, find a job. I got one. Said, this is stupid. Good. Go away. Go away. You go. You go bye-bye. You go bye-bye, Jay. You go bye-bye. Don't subscribe to the channel. Y'all don't need your subscription. You just go wherever you go. For everybody else, thanks for coming through. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all mucho. Even Jay, even with your bitch ass, I appreciate you too. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all and love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night with another Daily Go Get 'Emism show. So, make sure y'all come on through. Make sure that you come and make your essence your presence. Y'all have a good night. No exceptions. Salute. Holla. And thank you once again.